Well, we've been looking today at a cancer drug called BCG made by Merck that's been in shortage on and off for years. But it's far from the only drug in that situation. There have been hundreds of medicines in shortage going back at least 2 decades, from antibiotics to pain medications to treatments for childhood cancer. And it's a widespread problem across the industry, too. Take a look at the companies with the most drugs facing shortages. Pfizer's Hospira, generics company Hikma at the top, and Mylan and Teva on there as well. So what do these drugs have in common? Well, they're often old and cheaply priced, yet complex to manufacture. So when there's a manufacturing issue or a company drops out of the market, supply can get squeezed. We asked Merck's CEO about BCG back in June.
I think this is an exemplar of a big problem that's going to continue to be here for us going forward. When the prices of drugs get too low, particularly drugs that are generic drugs, then you don't have a market incentive for people to put the capital up to build facilities like we need for additional amounts of this BCG drug.
So I asked, why not raise the price of the drug? They said it wouldn't be the responsible thing to do. Guys?
Wow, Meg. I mean, this story's it's pretty startling. Great reporting all day on CNBC today. I'm curious how this is going to factor in, if it is factored in at all, to any of the conversations we're seeing in D.C., whether it's the administration or whether it's candidates around drug pricing more broadly.
That's a really great point, Morgan, because so much of the conversation in Washington has been around high drug prices. But this is often a result of drug prices being too low and it not being an appealing market for companies to get into. And we have actually seen legislation introduced by Senator Susan Collins and others focused on this issue, and the FDA has formed a task force around it. So there's movement, but it certainly doesn't have the same groundswell behind it as the outrage over high drug prices. But it's happening everywhere. Hundreds of drugs, guys.
Meg, if we look at a drug that's not just come out and where there's only one option, but where we're 10 years past and there might be some generic options for it, how easy is it for a patient to change the drug they're on between other brand names? Is that something that varies from condition or tends to be hard no matter what?
It can vary in condition, and it can vary on what your insurance is, really. I mean, it's based on your formulary plan. So some companies may have deals with your pharmacy benefits managers saying that this drug is above this drug, and that's based on a complex rebating system that we've been hearing a lot about in the political world as well. So it can be complicated to try to switch back and forth from one drug to another. If you want to get the branded medicine, you can ask your doctor to write, do not substitute on your prescription list, but that'll cost you more. So it can be very complex.